Hey, my legion, how y'all doing today? I was inspired to do a video from Kings of Horror. It's right now it's the day before Halloween, and they went ahead and reviewed the original movie Halloween. However, I wanted to do something different because I actually did a thing of my thoughts on the Halloween franchise, and anyone who knows me, they know that the original John Carpenter Halloween's a masterpiece, a full-on 10 out of 10. Even though I like the second one, not from '81, was great too. And I was thinking of doing something different involving the movie Halloween. And I was thinking, what's the common misnomer? They were saying that Halloween was like the first true slasher film, and actually it really wasn't. What really was, it reinvented the slasher genre. Actually, the really first true slasher film was Psycho, for Alfred Hitchcock in 1960. But I mean, Hollywood didn't really capitalize on it as much. They really capitalized on it after Halloween. But I mean, a lot of the foreign film directors after Psycho, like Mario Bava and Dario Argento, did a whole bunch of slasher films. Now, these were different than like the traditional Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street stuff. Those were like franchise things. These were like individual murder mysteries. Or movies like Eyeball, with a killer, and then you have to find, and they kill, or a mad slasher. And they do kill a lot of people. There are body counts in this, and it's a murder mystery, and you have to find out who it is at the end, or try to guess. But it's a mystery involving a mad slasher killer. Or like in Twitch of the Death Nerve, Mario Bava's Twitch of the Death Nerve. That was very influential to the second Friday the 13th, because you see a lot of the kills were copied from that movie. But I mean, Psycho was actually the very first slasher film. And that's a brilliant film too, a full on 10 out of 10. I think that it really surprised audience members, just like Halloween did. But even more so, because that was back in 1960, they weren't even used to stuff like that. Could you imagine the original audience back in 1960 seeing the shower scene for the very first time? It was pretty amazing. And then, that was inspired by serial killer Ed Gein. And then, of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out in '73, but I mean, it wasn't until these like I said, mass slasher mysteries to find who it was. But there was a big body count in these, and then whenever Halloween came out, it redefined the slasher genre, and then you see Hollywood really turning out a bunch of stuff, especially for the drive-in market. And I mean, the horror film was really, kind of progressed. I'm glad with the Scream movies, I thought that was going to kill the genre, and it did for a little bit. But I mean, it's back full well. There's really oversaturated zombie movies, I know that. But I mean, Psycho was actually the very first slasher film, not Halloween. Halloween was the one that really launched in the stratosphere with probably one of the most successful independent films ever made. And then Hollywood decided that they could make these movies on a shoestring budget. Even though Halloween looks very professional. And there was lots of other movies after that, like Mother's Day and Happy Birthday to Me and a whole bunch of other great films. But I just want to come on and this is my take. Psycho was actually the very first slasher film. And I thought, how to talk about Halloween in some way that's different, because I tend to slip and say Halloween introduced the slasher film, but actually it was Psycho. But I mean, those were different back then. And then, like I said, Halloween really reinvented it and really changed it. And then we got Friday the 13th, of course, and Nightmare on Elm Street and all those other ones. So, I just thought I'd do this little video that is like a precursor to my other two Halloween videos. I got some Halloween food reviews, including a really important one with Skullface Man coming up. I hope you like this. And till next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.